What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. I am hopping on here a little bit early because Jerome Powell is speaking, and I want to open this up to say what's up to everyone, and let's hear what he has to say. A lot of important things coming through today, so here we go. Now can you hear? Sorry. I don't know why this thing is all jacked up still. Still bad? Gosh dang, man.
Said at the meeting was that
They're all laughing.
we believe that we anticipate, is what we said, that ongoing rate increases will be appropriate.
Can hear you, but not him. All right. Well, I don't know. Let's see here.
Sufficiently restrictive to bring
Let's see if I
inflation
can
down
find
to 2%
Jerome.
over time, and we don't think we've achieved that yet.
Oh, so
we said that
you can hear now?
And now you see the labor market report.
Okay, cool.
Again, financial conditions are more well aligned with that than they were before.
So the assumption when you made your speech was that probably the Fed might even consider decreasing rates by the end of this year. The markets no longer assume that. You think the markets are wrong?
Well, so let me say, all of these numbers that we're throwing around here are conditional on incoming data and what happens. So we never say this is what we think will happen. We make a tentative forecast and then we let the data come in. For example, if the data were to continue to come in stronger than we expect, and we were to conclude that we needed to raise rates more than is priced into the markets or than we wrote down at our last group of forecasts in December, then we would certainly do that. We would certainly raise rates more.
Okay, so today, for people who aren't familiar with the FOMC, who actually is on the FOMC?
So the U.S. Central Bank consists of a board of governors here in Washington. There are 7 governors. Those governors are nominated by the president and confirmed by the Senate.
We're good now. Okay, good.
Terms that are not synced up with the election cycle, so we're independent. There are also 12 reserve banks around the country which have a degree of independence, and each reserve bank is led by a president who works there full time. All 12 of them sit on the FOMC, so that's 19 people sit on the FOMC. So it's quite a large committee, of which 12 vote in any given year. The Reserve Bank presidents vote on a rotating basis, except New York, which votes every year.
So when you vote, do you vote at the beginning of an FOMC meeting and then just kind of have discussions afterwards, or do you wait to the very end and then you vote?
No, we vote at the end. I mean, the FOMC meeting process takes more than a full week. I'm talking to all of the participants, all 18 other ones. And the staff has sent around memos, and there's something called the Teal Book, which is the staff's assessment of
it's mixed.
Of the economy.
It's mixed results right now.
Economy and monetary policy and all that. Then we have an extensive discussion on the morning of the first day about the economy. Everybody talks about that. On the second day, we talk about monetary policy, and then we vote on monetary policy at around noon on the second day.
So does the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board speak first and say, here's what I think? Or does he wait until the end and say, well, thanks for what you think, but let me tell you what I think? What do you do? First
so different chairs have done it different ways, and so I've tended to do what my immediate predecessor did, I think. Well, this is what I do. I speak last on the economic go-around. So everyone else talks about what they think about the economy, and in their district, for example, if they're Reserve Bank president, and I listen to all that, and then I give my comments at the end, and I kind of sum up what people have said, and then I speak first on monetary policy.
Okay, so
hopefully this helps the audio.
The inflation rate target is 2%, but why 2% and not 3%? 3%, could be tolerable, really. I mean, for most of organized history, 3% is considered okay. Why do you want 2%?
So 2% is the global standard, and that is our objective. 2% as measured by the PCE index, and that's not something we're looking at changing. That isn't going to change.
That's not going to change.
Not going to change, no.
But okay, so you need to get to 2%, and your goal to get there is by what period of time would you like to get there?
Well, we say that we're using our tools to get there over time. If you look at our forecasts, we expect 2023 to be a year of significant declines in inflation, and it's actually our job to make sure that that's the case. But I would tell you that with inflation headline PCE inflation is running about 5%. This is on a 12-month basis. Core is running at 4.4. My guess is it will take certainly into not just this year, but next year to get down close to 2%.
Okay, so 2% is firm. You're not going to get off that.
Yes.
Okay. So the theory of raising interest rates
2% is firm.
is that
That's not too bad.
Decrease economic activity and increase unemployment. But you've been increasing interest rates for a while, and unemployment is now at a record low. So
You see,
what's wrong with
Bitcoin's
the
climbing
theory?
pretty good right now too.
Going higher.
Well, the labor market is strong because the economy is strong. And as I mentioned, it's a good thing that we've been able to see the beginnings of disinflation without seeing the labor market weaken. It's just that there's a lot of demand for workers. In fact, if you look at the supply of workers versus demand for workers, demand for U.S. workers is now more than 5 million greater than the available supply. And the available supply
Thank you, making true money.
People who were either working or actively looking for a job. So this was not the case before the pandemic. The pandemic really had a significant, left a lasting mark so far on labor supply in the United States. The labor force participation rate came down, and there now is a shortage of workers, and it almost feels more structural than cyclical. So that's a significant issue.
Now, you've resisted, I think, saying what unemployment rate would be acceptable to you, I think. But is there an unemployment rate that you think would moderate inflation such that you would tolerate unemployment at 4%, 5%, 6%?
Thank you.
I guess I think about it this way. We have two goals that Congress has assigned us: maximum employment and price stability. Price stability, as we've agreed, is 2% inflation. Maximum employment means if you want a job, you can get one. So right now, the labor market is at least at maximum employment. Many would say that it is out of balance with more demand than there is supply. So what we're trying to do is get inflation down. We're not targeting a different unemployment rate. We're trying to use our tools to get inflation to come down over time.
In hindsight, would you say that when COVID hit the economy and we injected $5 trillion of fiscal policy into the economy, and the Fed did quantitative easing and other related things, kept interest rates very low, would you say in hindsight that was a mistake or was the right policy?
Ooh, that's a good question.
So I think you have to go back to the decisions that were made in real time, and it was something nobody had ever seen. The global economy.
Market's picking up though.
Standstill. People were talking about depression. People were talking, and we didn't think we had no idea when we would get vaccines that worked. So Congress took very strong measures, and we took very strong measures. And you see where the economy is. You've got a very, very strong labor market, but you have high inflation. As I mentioned, we're at the beginning of getting that down. If you look around the world, though, at other countries, they're also experiencing high inflation, including countries that didn't do as much as we did, either from a fiscal or monetary standpoint. So that tells you, though, that a big part of this inflation is actually related to the pandemic itself, the shutdown and the reopening. That's a big part of it.
Now, the quantitative easing program has increased the balance sheet, I guess, of the Fed. And what is your balance sheet now?
Man, it's chart's going up, man.
You must sound like you know. Sounds like 8.4 trillion.
That was yesterday's number.
Okay, all right, 8.4 trillion. What would you like it to get down to over the next year or two? Is there some lower number?
So we are in the process of shrinking the balance sheet actively, actually passively, I should say. So what happens is, as Treasury securities on our balance sheet mature up to a cap, a monthly cap, the balance sheet shrinks in that amount. Same thing with mortgage-backed securities as they are prepaid so the balance sheet is shrinking. In terms of the target level of it, we haven't put a specific dollar number on it, The idea is we're in a regime of ample reserves. Reserves are basically deposits at the reserve banks. And when we get close to that level where we feel that reserves are ample, kind of where we were before the pandemic.
He's actually saying a lot more than I thought.
We are, but it'll be a couple of years, we think, till we get to that level.
The Fed does not sell securities. It waits for them to mature, and then you just cash them in, right? You're not in the market selling securities that are not yet mature. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's also correct, though, that we've said we would consider sales of mortgage-backed securities, but I will tell you that's not something that is on the list of active things being actively considered.
So some people are worried about the federal debt limit, and if we might not be able to extend it on time. We have $31.4 trillion of debt. Are you a little worried about the
Thank you,
debt limit
Ghost.
not getting extended?
So the debt limit is really something for the fiscal authorities to deal with. The Fed, our only role in this is that we're the fiscal agent of the Treasury Department. We're not a policymaker on that. And I will just say this. This really can only end one way, and that is with Congress raising the debt ceiling in a timely fashion so that the U.S. can pay all of its bills when and as due. That's what has to happen. And if that doesn't happen, no one should think that the Fed has the ability to shield the financial markets or the economy from the consequences of moving too slow.
So you don't have any program in place ready to go if, in fact, the debt limit isn't passed in time?
This is something that Congress has to deal with.
And
Wow.
the so-called $1 trillion gold coin solution is not one you're in favor of, I guess.
As I said, this ends in only one way, and that way is Congress voting to raise the debt ceiling so that the U.S. can pay all of our bills.
Okay. In terms of consultation, do you consult?
Yeah, I could see you, Kai.
The Treasury Secretary or the head of the National Economic Council or the President of the United States? How do you kind of relate to the administration?
For a long, long time, 60 or 70 years, I think there's been a weekly breakfast or lunch with the Treasury Secretary and the Fed chair, and that's what I've had with Treasury Secretaries that I've had as Fed chair. I've also had regular
Bitcoin's going.
lunches with the NEC. We also have regularly scheduled lunches with the Council of Economic Advisors, and that's really the institutional structure of our contacts with the administration.
So in the way the Fed works today, if you could reconstruct the operations of the Fed, would you change the legislation in any way? Would you think the Fed operates in a way that's as efficient as you can realistically operate?
We're not looking for any changes to the Federal Reserve Act. I mean, I think it does work. The structure that I discussed earlier, where you've got the 12 Reserve Bank presidents coming in, what that assures, really, it institutionalizes diversity of thought. So we get different people coming in who've got different backgrounds, different careers, and they think different ways. And I think that's enormously beneficial to our decision-making process.
So there's been discussion recently about the Fed, some Fed members, Fed board presidents, selling their securities and maybe not doing everything they were supposed to do in terms of disclosing it. What have you done to fix that process?
We've put a new system and a new set of rules in place, which I think are best in class for a public institution like the Fed. And, the innovations were that if someone wants to sell something that they own or buy something, they have to clear that in advance with staff at the Board of Governors, and then you've got to wait 45 days for that to execute. Also, you
got to think that's really good to hear. The deflationary process has begun. That's positive. Yeah, long ways to go is not the greatest, but I mean it's showing that we're moving in the right direction. Facebook wouldn't be buying $40 billion if we weren't.
If your idea is to go to trade things, buy and sell them because you think you think this stock is cheap and that kind of thing, that's just not something that will work.
What is the salary of
That would be
the
nuts.
Federal Reserve Board?
It's around $190,000, I believe.
Okay, so you live on the $190,000. If you need to sell something,
He makes $190,000 a year.
for 45 days, or?
That's right. We have family expenses that if we have them that exceed my salary, then we have to sell an
You
asset.
think that's a fair salary for the job, or?
I do. Yes.
Okay. So
Damn, bro. That's no way, dude. He must have getting some perks somewhere else.
Central banks, let's say in England or Japan or China, you have regular conversations with them about what they're doing?
We do, and I meet 6 times a year in Switzerland with the heads of of many central banks. Even the small and medium-sized ones in Basel at the Bank for International Settlements. In addition, among the major central banks, I have regular dialogues going with most of them. And so what we're talking though about is really what's happening in the economy and how are you thinking about policy and that kind of thing. It's very important that we keep those discussions going because particularly in a crisis, you're going to need to know each other and you're going to be able to trust each other.
And do you think the U.S. economy is pretty much in control of its own inflation rate, or are there events outside the United States like what China is doing or the Ukraine war that are affecting inflation and make you nervous about where inflation might be going?
It's looking good, Code.
We have the tools. The Fed has the tools to achieve our 2% goal over time.
Wow, that's positive to hear.
Inflation in the United States is, of course, very closely related to things that happen here, including the balance between supply and demand. It's also affected by, for example, commodity prices that are really set on the global markets. Oil and many agricultural commodities are priced globally. So that there are certainly, it's an integrated global economy and global markets, and we are part of that.
So you get data from all the various government agencies, but do you ever use anecdotal things like you go to the supermarket and you say prices are high and say this price is high, or do you ever get anecdotal things, or people ever call you up or friends and say, by the way, you should do this or that? Do you ever get that kind of information, or do you only get it from the government reports?
I mostly get data, but I will say I do believe that anecdotal information is very useful, and one of the things the reserve banks are great at is
What's up, Samuel?
12 of them have big operations where they talk to businesses and nonprofits, universities, every sector of the country and the economy, and they bring that back to the FOMC meetings and they talk about what they're seeing, because often staring at data is great, but you need to have a story, and I think hearing the stories that people tell, it does help me to sort of assess what's going on.
What's up, Beaver?
So as the chairman of the Federal Reserve is obviously an important job. How do you reduce the stress level you have? I mean, you can't be watching economic numbers all the time, so what do you do to relieve the stress other than interviews like this?
The usual things. I read pretty light fiction, detective and spy fiction. I exercise as much as I can. As you know, I like to ride my bike. I play the guitar, play music.
Is that safe, riding a bike? Dangerous?
It's safe. It's safe if you stay on the bike. And
you're good at that.
That's what I try to do.
You still play the guitar, or you're still...
I do. Yeah.
Your hair is awfully short for playing the guitar. Didn't you need longer hair? Was your hair longer when you were younger?
Grayer. It's too gray too.
Okay. So let me ask you about.
This is actually better context. I'm not gonna lie.
What it's like to be chairman of the Fed. You can't go have regular friendship kind of dinners or meetings. And people treat you much differently, I assume, than they used to, right? When you go to a restaurant, are people listening to what you're saying or something like that?
I have always thought that my jokes were funny, David. No. So yes, it's. I've never been a public figure before like this, and it's very different. But it's a great honor to serve. But yeah, when you go in public places, you have to be very careful about.
And does the President of the United States ever call you with any advice, or you don't? Did President Trump ever call you, or President Biden ever call you, or?
Well, I think it's a matter of public record that President Trump did used to call me from time to time.
Call you.
What did he say? What did he call you?
No, I haven't had that kind of. I haven't gotten any calls from President Biden.
Okay, so the biggest challenge you have now is being able to keep a straight face, not telling people what you're going to do in the future,
Yeah.
and look at the data and then come up with the right solution, right? That's mostly it.
I think the biggest challenge we face at the Fed is completing the process of getting inflation down to 2%. And what I want to point out is that we're seeing disinflation in the goods sector. We expect to see it in the housing services sector, and these are the three parts of the core PCE inflation index that we look at. There's 56% of the economy, which is the rest of the services sector. It's the biggest part, obviously. And we're not seeing disinflation there yet, and that's going to take some time. We need to be patient, and we think we're going to need to keep rates at a restrictive level for a period of time before that comes down.
So when you made your speech the other day, when you talked about the Fed discount rate, you used the word disinflation 11 times. Not that I'm counting, but 11 times. So you were saying that disinflation is beginning to appear. Would you use that word 11 times again today after the jobs report, or would it be less inclined to use that word so much?
I might use I might say, I would certainly use the word disinflation, yes, which means declining inflation, and I would call it declining inflation too.
And today, what about the debt, total debt of the United States, which produces some inflation, 31.4, leave aside the debt limit. Are you worried about the total indebtedness of the United States producing inflation, or you don't think that's a big problem?
Yeah, it's not the level of debt. I would say, the thing I'd say about the level of debt is really, it's not, first of all, it's not the Fed's job, but I would say that we're on an unsustainable fiscal path at the federal government level. That has been the case for some time, and it's something we will have to deal with. And it's better to deal with it sooner rather than later.
Now, many of your predecessors were economists. You were trained as a lawyer. They spoke in what I call Fed speak, which is to say incomprehensible economic language, which is done intentionally, I think, sometimes they would say. So you tend to speak in English. Has that been a plus, you'd say, when you're dealing with members of Congress, they can understand what you're saying?
I like to think so. You know, I've made it a real priority to engage a lot with Congress. In our system of government, unlike the parliamentary system, our accountability is to the legislature. It's to Senate and the House, and particularly the two oversight committees, Senate Banking and House Financial Services. And I think it's very important that we respect that and explain what we're doing and listen to their concerns and share with them how we're thinking about things. And I think they appreciate that. But that is, you know, we have this precious independence. We can't be removed from office. We serve these long terms. The other side of that has to be accountability. And the way for us to get accountability is to be as transparent as possible and try to reach, you know, the people of the United States through their elected representatives. So this is a very high priority, and we're going to keep doing it.
So when you testify in front of Congress, how much time does it take to prepare for that? Is that a 1 hour preparation session, or is it a 1 day session, or a 1 week session?
You know, these are supposed to be monetary policy hearings under the Humphrey-Hawkins Act, and they're actually on anything that's any political issue. So it's quite extensive. You have to prepare for everything that the Fed is involved in and many things that the Fed is not involved in. It's a lot of preparation.
So when you get questions from some members, you have to bite your tongue and say, why are you asking a question like that, or you never have that problem?
That never happens.
Never happens. Okay. All right, well, good. So today, as you look at the country's economy, what is the biggest worry you have about inflation? Is it just that fiscal policy is not completely under control? We have exogenous events outside. What is your biggest worry about inflation today?
Well, it's kind of what I was saying earlier, which is we're just at the beginning of this process, right? Goods inflation. So we need that process to continue. The whole thing began, the whole inflation began.
I had to get away from them.
People not being able to buy services.
Appreciate you, twins.
Goods, and then global supply chains collapsing, and so you couldn't get goods, and prices of goods went up, and that's where it started. But that is now starting to get better as supply chains are improving and as people are rotating their purchases back to services. You move on, though, we're not seeing it yet in housing services, which is either rent or the ownership, the imputed costs of house ownership. But we expect to see that. So we need that to happen. That's another big part of the economy. It's got to come. It should come.
I can't turn it up anymore.
Then the biggest piece of it, and what I worry about the most, is when are we going to see disinflation or declining inflation in core services ex housing? So that's what I worry about. The last thing I worry about is just another exogenous event. It's a risky world out there, you know, with the war in Ukraine and the reopening of China, and you know, those are things that can affect our economy and the path of inflation. Right?
So the balloon was not your worry, though. You don't care about the balloon.
It's not within our ambit.
Okay. So today, the Federal Reserve gets data from all over the country, and are you convinced that you get the best data, you have the best data collection methods, or do you think it's not as modern as what Wall Street gets?
So most of the data that we get are just the same. You know, we don't collect the data on unemployment or inflation or most things. So most of that's just government data, and a lot of that's, for example, very high quality. The labor market data is very high quality. What we get, which I think is better and different from what everybody else gets, is what I mentioned earlier, and that is the reserve banks putting together the beige book, putting together the beige book, and also coming in and you know, sharing the anecdotes and, you know, what they're hearing, what's happening with each district is different. You have agricultural districts and energy districts, and so that I think our anecdotal, but also just the haul of information we get through that network is I don't think anybody else has that.
So do you consult regularly with some of your predecessors? I mean, obviously one is Secretary of the Treasury now, but Ben Bernanke, for example, or?
I do. I talk to former Chairman Bernanke. I talk to, Secretary Yellen. I still talk to Alan Greenspan now and again.
And when you're dealing with your colleagues on the Fed board, and you disagree with them, do you say, look, I'm the chairman of the Fed, I am the person who has to make the final decision, and this is what we should do, or you don't quite do it that way?
It's a process of reaching agreement, and I hear what people have to say, I tell them what I think, and then I'm the one who has to bring a proposal in front of the full committee, not just the board, in front of the full committee on monetary policy. And it works. We have to reach an agreement, and we get to a place. I think you can tell today we are blessed with a diversity of perspectives on the FOMC with 19 people. Of course we are. But you have one thing that unites all of us, and that is a very strong commitment to getting inflation down.
So in some parts of Washington, people say, if you give me this, I'll give you that. I'll trade this for that. You never do that at the Fed when you're coming up with a decision. I'll do what you want if you do what I want. That doesn't happen ever?
Not really, no.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Like you mean a better office or something like that?
Well, just, I'll say what you want me to say if you say what I want you to say or something. That never happens, right?
No, it doesn't happen. I mean,
and when you want to talk to members of...
That's such a lie. That's such a lie, dude.
The Federal Reserve Board, you go to their office or they come to your office?
I like to do both. I mean, I really don't like to sit in my office all day and have people come to see me. I like to go barge in on people, and I think it's much better to get up and walk around and see people.
The Fed has been pretty good at avoiding leaks of its decisions. How do you do that? Because most people in Washington are not so good at that. How do you avoid leaks?
We do have, we've got very strict rules around confidentiality, particularly around the written materials that we have. We publish these things internally for the FOMC meeting, the memos and the Teal book and all that. But the other thing to remember, though, is, we're not trying to hide our decisions from the public. We actually, in modern monetary policy, we want the public to understand how we think, how we're thinking, and if markets really understand how you're thinking, and a new piece of data comes in, the markets will go, well, they're going to do this, and it sort of happens organically. And that happened all last year as we were, talking about raising rates. The market priced in rate increases long before we actually enacted them. So it's not, we want to be transparent.
He should have went this way with it. He should have went this way.
But from the time that you make
Not this way.
on the FOMC, whatever time it is of the day, and your press conference at 2 o'clock or something like that?
2:30.
2:30. So your decision is made by 2 o'clock or whenever it is, or something like that. So you got a half hour, but you have to avoid leaks during that half hour because that's very market-sensitive information. How do you make sure nobody is calling their spouse and saying, guess what we're going to do?
Well, people take this very seriously. None of that happens. You're taking your professional life in your hands if you do something like that. And I think people have a sense of self-preservation. So people are very careful about this information. There is a period of a couple of hours after the meeting until we announce the decision. But we announced the decision at 2.
2, yeah.
The press conference is at 2:30. So I think it's a fairly small group of senior staff and policymakers that kind of know what happened and what we're going to say. I just think everybody understands that you just got to be really careful with that.
To go back to jobs discussion, if next month you had another 519,000 jobs created, net jobs, would that be good or bad from your point of view? Have we a lot of people working, but maybe producing more inflation?
So we don't have the luxury of thinking about good or bad. It just is what it is. So, but I would say again,
What's up, Rob?
Most analysts, most economists would say that to get inflation down from high levels that we've had,
It could happen, Chris.
history,
Definitely.
there's some softening in labor market conditions that goes along with that, and that is still, very possible and indeed likely here. Some softening in labor market conditions. However, this cycle is different from other cycles because of where it came from. And
Yeah, listen to this.
It's confounded all sorts of attempts to predict what it would do. So it is good that we have seen a very strong labor market, but at the same time, we're seeing wages moderating. Wage increases are still very high, but wage increases have come down to a level that is closer to what would be sustainable, still well above what would be sustainable with 2% inflation. And same thing with inflation. Inflation is starting to come down and the labor market hasn't softened. We do expect that it will soften. But you know, it will do what it will do. Our job is to get inflation down to 2% and preserve maximum employment.
So when the FOMC meets, as it does regularly, eight times a year?
Yes.
8 times. You pretty much know how the decision's going to come out before you actually get together because you've been talking to each other? Or does the meeting of the FOMC change minds in ways that you might not have expected before the meeting started?
It depends on the meeting. You know, I talk to each of the 18 other participants at least once, and we go through everything. What's your analysis of the economy? How are you thinking about monetary policy? How are you thinking about the path forward and all of that? So in some meetings, I will say some of the time, you get into a discussion at the meeting which suggests that maybe you should communicate differently, and then we'll think about that. And we might actually take a break in the middle of the meeting and then go off with a smaller group and think about that and come back and make changes. Sometimes, though, everything plays out as expected.
And when you're having these FOMC meetings, I assume somebody sweeps the room to make sure there's no bugs and
Dude, this guy wants to make sure everything's clean. Damn.
And today, as you look forward, as we are going forward for the next remainder of this year, your basic view would be you'd be happy if the inflation rate were to get down by the end of the year to 2%, may be unrealistic, but your core inflation now, or overall inflation, you think is about 4.5%, something like that, or what would you say it is?
It's in that range. There are different measures.
Okay.
Yes, we expect significant progress on inflation this year, and again, it's our job to produce it. And I want to say again, we throw these numbers around, but the reality is we're going to react to the data. So if we continue to get, for example, strong labor market reports or higher inflation reports, it may well be the case that we have to do more and raise hikes more than is priced in.
So if I wanted to go get a mortgage on a house I was going to buy, for example, you would say I'm not going to be any better off waiting until next year than now because rates aren't going to come down that much at the beginning of next year, so I might as well get the house now, mortgage.
So surprisingly enough, I get a lot of requests for advice on this, but I really can't.
Okay.
I really can't respond.
So, so on the whole, to summarize where you are, you're basically saying that the jobs data that came out was a little bit surprising, but in the end, you're taking into account and you're pretty comfortable with the guidance you gave last time, and you're not prepared to give anything that's completely different guidance than you gave last week.
Well, I mean, this is a world in which we've had the labor market report, and I think that does. I think it underscores the message that I was sending at the press conference and in the meeting that we have a significant road ahead to get inflation down to 2%, and I think there's been an expectation that it'll go away quickly and painlessly, and I don't think that's at all guaranteed. That's not the base case. The base case is for me is that it will take some time, and we'll have to do more rate increases, and then we'll have to look around and see whether we've done enough.
Okay. And 2% is the rate we had for the last 25 years before inflation came along. But prior to that, for most of U.S. history, we were higher than 2%. Is it that 2% is, we're now so used to 2% after 25 years of it, that you think that's the appropriate level?
So we went through this long period where inflation was really anchored around 2%. And we think that, and economists think that that's because people start to expect 2% inflation. And inflation, it's in a way, if everyone expects that prices are going to go up, prices and wages are going to go up 2% per year, then plus productivity in the case of wages, then it will. That's what will happen. Having price stability, real price stability for an extended period of time is just enormously beneficial to the public, because you can then, on the back of that, you can build a very strong labor market, as we had. We had a labor market with really 3.5% unemployment in 2018 and 19. And we had inflation running, just barely getting to 2%. Wages moving up the most for people at the lower end of the spectrum. And so this was we all want to get back to that place, but the bedrock of the whole thing is to get inflation under control.
the unemployment rate hasn't come down as much as people are going up, as much as people thought. In part, some people say because we don't have as many immigrants coming in the country, legal immigrants coming in, taking some of the jobs they otherwise would take. Do you think immigration is an issue in terms of giving us more labor?
It's coming down fast now.
Workers, or do you think that's not a factor?
So just as a matter of arithmetic, it was a factor because there was very little migration across borders during the pandemic. And that was part of what was happening, particularly in certain sectors like the agricultural sector and food service and things like that, where there just weren't the people. However, just very recently here, the immigration data have turned up again. And I think that may be part of why people are feeling somewhat less pressure.
It's just market manipulation.
This is an issue not for the Fed. Immigration is obviously a political issue. We do not seek to be a player on this. But it's just a fact, though, that right now the United States has fewer available workers than it has jobs plus job openings.
And when you increase interest rates, the traditional effect is to increase the value of the dollar versus other currencies. Do you have any concern about the value of the dollar going up too much, or that's not something you comment on?
So the responsibility for the exchange rate really rests with the Treasury Department and the administration, not with us. Of course, that's another financial variable that goes into every economic model, but we don't look at it as something that we're working on.
All right. Well, I think I haven't been able to get you to say anything you didn't want to say. I would say, Jay, I know you a long time. I think you've done a great job in a difficult situation. I appreciate your service to the country at $180,000 a year, or whatever the salary is, something like that. So thank
190.
you for being here, and thank you for your service.
Thank you, David. Great to see you. Thank you.
Yeah, so I mean, in all reality, it really was pretty much the same as it was before. He said some things like this is positive right here. I mean, after Powell says the Feds is still getting inflation down, we nothing new really here. This deflationary process has begun. That's the most positive news probably, is that like this process has begun. Like we're in a major downtrend. That's what they're fighting for inflation. It's still going to take time. I mean, he says that multiple times in here. It's still going to take time. It's not going to go away. Has a long way to go. But the positive thing is that it's on its way down. So usually when we get to that 2% that they're shooting for, markets should be good. But you don't want to be waiting for the 2% to get there before people start to buy into the market. I mean, like I said, you see Facebook buying in right after the jobs report, right after the speech with Powell. They came in and bought $40 billion worth of their stock back. Like, you're not going to wait for inflation to come down to 2% to start buying into the markets. Like, you'll be behind the eight ball if you do that. So people are going to continue to build up into this and continue to price in this stuff. But I don't know, man. It made me see a different side of Powell. I'll tell you that. Pretty funny. There's a lot of jokes coming through, but you'll see right here, obviously the jobs report came in a positive setting when you wanted more of it to be negative. But here, Zoom is to lay off 1,300 more employees. All I got to say is screw Zoom, dude. They've ever since I installed Zoom onto my computer has been like complete garbage, dude. Like, the audio has been horrible. I don't know what I need to do to like get it, to get the Zoom device. Maybe I got to uninstall it somehow. I thought I uninstalled it, but yeah, it's super annoying, man. But it is what it is. So what is up, everyone? Sorry, I jumped on here really quick. I wanted to talk about Jerome Powell. I wanted to hear him speak. I got on a little bit late and people couldn't hear it, but let him stop talking. He won't say the wrong thing. Yeah, he's not going to say anything wrong. I don't think he did. But the market's definitely reacted. I mean, this thing pumped and then dumped. I mean, in all reality, I think a lot of people could probably expect that. I was assuming that it was probably going to be a little bit better, but let's go back to right here. We're down to the 23. So basically, starting off where we started, right here is where when the discussion with Powell started, was right here. So it came up and people became exit liquidity pretty quick. So what's up, Powell? Secretly invested in crypto. Yeah, it's funny. He makes $190,000 a year. I'm pretty sure he has other investments. He's got to have other investments to be able to sustain. And I'm sure that's just a public figure, but he probably makes millions of dollars on the side doing something. But I did want to talk about Bone today as well. This is getting more and more attention here. Shiba Inu community still urging Binance to list Bone. This would be crazy if Binance lists Bone. This thing will probably hit $3. They say that there's already like a 40 to 50% increase in base price, not with the hype in itself. So I mean, I can see this definitely going up another $1.50 and hitting $3, which would be a 10x from where we bought it, which would be insane, right? So yeah, pretty crazy. He's gonna keep raising rates. Yeah, he might keep raising some rates. He's gonna raise the rates probably another 25 basis points. I would say here in March. So yeah, it's not Zoom, bro. Yeah, I downloaded Zoom, bro. It's not Zoom. Yeah, what shows up Zoom on my audio. So I downloaded. What the hell was it? When I was on with G Media and them. Yeah, it says Zoom audio device. Like you have to like let them tap into your thing. It's sort of lame. Some old games. What's up, Nobi? Yeah, what's up, man? Powell has changed his tune a lot. Yeah, he did. I think he has for sure. Make sure Zoom isn't in the startup items, so it's not running all the time. Each time you boot. Yeah, that's what I gotta just get Zoom out, man. It's so annoying. Let's see if I can. It's like really, really annoying. And let's see. Let me go here real quick. Let's see. I gotta probably. I'll figure it out when I Let's see if I can actually do it. But I missed it. How did the meeting go? Oh, it wasn't really a meeting. It was just an economic forum. It was like an open discussion. So yeah, click general in the sidebar, then click login items. Yeah, Apple menu, system settings. Apple menu, system settings. All right, general. All right, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, right after this one, the sidebar. Okay, appreciate that, Burke. Appreciate it, man. Do you do what I did and get an analog mixing desk? That's probably not a bad idea. I think Bone can reach $100. Really, William? Damn. Supply and demand on Shibarium will be successful. That's true. Maybe for Mac it's different because I use Zoom for years. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I downloaded it, dude, and it's been trash. But yeah, but I mean, Bone is still, it's down a little bit today, 3.4% down, but I mean, this thing has been ripping, dude. I mean, you can see over the course of when we started back in November, right after Thanksgiving, this thing started to run because of the whole, hey, we're going to have this website come out. So yeah, people got in right here. I mean, dude, that is up like almost 200% from that buy-in right there for anyone. So yeah, but this probably will have a little bit of a pullback at some point. I'm assuming that it's going to pull back. So, but we'll see, dude. Dogelon is new SHIB. You think Dogelon is the new SHIB? I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see here. Hey, just one sec, everyone. We have such a bad windstorm coming, dude. If I lose service or get knocked off, I'm sorry, man. Wind is rough. Lights are flickering. Let's see here. Hit the like button. I'm holding my SHIB to get a shitload of it. Are you holding SHIB or are you gonna hold Bone, dude? Yeah, people are really putting this out for the change.org. Also, look at this, dude. People are coming out and saying Decentraland and Sandbox are not metaverses. It says Decentraland and Sandbox, which are platforms that are not accessed by immersive virtual reality devices, and they're essentially 3D online games. One does not just play games. It says this to be true. Metaverses is the original meaning of the term Decentraland, and the Sandbox should be immersive and universal. These are not. So to label these as metaverses are a complete lie. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think to be a metaverse you got to be fully immersive? So I mean, to hear that like a metaverse, some people believe to be a metaverse you got to be fully immersive and universal. And if you are just an online 3D module game, you're technically not a metaverse. Well, I want to hear what you guys think about. It says since it's a blockchain-based platform, Decentraland usage data is public. It says that DApp Radar reveals that in the past 30 days, a total of 957 different wallets have interacted with the platform, generating less than 4,000 transactions for a total volume less than $42,000 for Mana. It says this average of only 32 different wallets per day with a daily in-app trade volume of $1,500. Damn. It's pretty low. It says during the bull run, its price took first reaching to 1.5 in May and then surpassing 5.8 in November, which is now falling down to, I think, like 30 cents now. Yeah, 30 cents. Then collapsing to 30 cents. So, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts with that? What if you were both? What do you need, Bone? What do you need, Bone Guru? Oh, Bone for Shibarium. Bone for Shibarium. I can agree. Okay. Second Life in the 90s then would have been Metaverse. I mean, Second Life. Okay, I get what you're saying. The Second Life would have been. The family business has really taken off. That's great, dude. Going heavy on Quant and DAG. Sweet, dude. Hey, Austin, wanted to throw a few MMI. What's best way to buy? Swapping ETH. How much do I need to qualify for the airdrop? For airdrop. Are you talking about for the NFT, Tony? Is that what you're talking about? If you want to do it, the best way, if you're going to do the NFT, is to go in and type in MMI Pure World Key to the City, and that will be the collection. And then you would just add it to cart, and you could buy straight there with a credit card, or you could do it with crypto. But you got to make sure you attach a wallet, and that's probably one of the best ways to do it. Meta wants to be the top dog in Meta. That's true. Every DApp on Shibarium will be using unification. Oh, really? Is that true? They'll be using Fund versus Bone? No, full immersive isn't needed at all, in my opinion. Okay, what's up, cool? Keep an eye on Kiba Inu. Does the same thing as Heinz. Could be a millionaire today. If Heinz 4 does the same thing as Heinz 3, could be a millionaire today. Oh, shoot. Well, I don't even know what that is. Heinz? Let's see. Yeah. Going to go heavy on Quant. That's good, dude. Let's see. I missed some questions up here. Trace inches of snow here. Oh, really? Damn, dude. Got snow coming in. Austin started paying attention to Ollie. It's making tons of noise lately. Okay. I never get any work done. What's up, A-Team MI? Let's go. What's up, Triple D? Someone said they watched Binance Wallet that added a shit ton of it. Oh, really? Okay. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see. Bone is for gas Shibarium, but all the unknowed side is fund. Oh, shit. Did not know that. That makes sense, right? Unification playing factor into the. I did not know that. I would assume that you would need. So if you're going to build. So let me get this straight, Crypto Rich. If you're going to build a DApp on, or use a DApp on Shibarium, they're going to have to use fund. Is that right? Is that how I'm looking at it? Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that you got to be careful with that. I don't think that burn's not going to probably do anything to the price. I don't think that burn's going to. I don't know, but my last thing I learned from Terrarium when they burned like millions of dollars is it didn't do anything to the price. So just be careful for that. Yeah, they're burning the volume, but I don't think it's going to actually do anything to the price unless they actually buy back, like do a true buyback and burn. I think I could see Volt probably. I mean, obviously it's going to go fucking ape shit if they buy back and burn, but I don't think they're going to buy back $59 million worth of Volt and burning it. So just burning it on chain like that, I don't think that does it. Yeah, They don't even have that. They don't have the liquidity. That's the thing is they don't have the liquidity in there to be able to burn it, right? Burn tier 1 Voltiflex. Yeah, because they don't burn what's in circulation. Yeah, that's what it is. So just be careful. I don't want people to like get all hyped up and jump in here and it doesn't do what everyone expects it to do. A year ago, we probably would have all thought like, oh yeah, burn would have been great. You know what I mean? So yeah, fact they don't have LP. Yeah, they don't have the LP on there. I mean, they got a lot of LP. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, their exchanges are killing it right now. Volt is burning 44.8 trillion, 1/3 of the supply. Yeah, but that's great that they're burning the supply. I guess we haven't really seen like a lot of price action with the burns. That's all. They're killing it right now. I'll give it there for sure, dude. But I just the burns. Plus Volt is going to bridge to Polygon network. I guess that's my next question is what is that like? What by bridging to Polygon? What does that do? And this is just an open question. Like, what is it gonna? What is going to the Polygon? Are they doing anything? Have they announced that they're doing anything on the Polygon network? Like, has Volt announced like they're going to be doing like some other project on Polygon? I feel like Shiba is the one hold because Bone is being used to burn Shiba. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I don't know enough. I haven't been following Volt closely, dude. I don't know enough about what they got going on. So, but yeah, they're killing it, dude. So best of luck to all that. Way more than burns coming this month. Let's see, only one sniper and all the marksman rifles left almost there. Just put up in, oh, okay. First out and Volt to burn and bridge. Just cheaper gas for Polygon. Okay. But I mean, cheaper gas for Polygon. What's the price difference between BNB and Polygon? Because they're already on BNB, right? They have the bridge over on BNBs. So like, if you buy on BNB, is there a gas difference between Polygon and BNB? I have 3 left in the AR. This shit sucks. In the AR, what's that? Sandbox will dip when they release their stake tokens. It'll be interesting to sort of see what happens with, it's crazy to see like the decentral and the people are going after them for sure. However, this is super important to hear right here. Crypto gaming set for bull run to play with Earn. I think people are actually going to really take up to this crypto gaming, dude. Talking camo challenge. There's no big difference. Yeah, I get. I'm just trying to. I'm fully trying to understand. I love the gas fees, BNB, and yeah. Oh, Luvium and Gala. Yeah, the Luvium's gonna be good. Gala's coming out with some stuff. I'm excited for MMAI to drop theirs too. I think it'll be fun. Fun way to get gaming in there. Instead of crypto gaming is now embracing a play to earn ethos. In the gaming model, gamers will progress to a higher rank and focus more on gameplay while they play and earn crypto coins and NFTs as a result. Games like Axie Infinity, the Sandbox, Star, ensure the quality of the gaming. Yeah, and I think that's going to be the big thing here is trying to find games where you can actually earn crypto or earn NFTs or earn things by playing the games. I think it would be pretty cool. And I could see influencers on Twitch. I could see influencers on YouTube start playing these games and interacting with these games and making money to do it. MMI is implementing a play to earn. Yeah, definitely going to do a play to earn. We already have, the game's already created, you know what I mean? So it'll be fun. Fun is the only at 14 million market cap and is roughly 34 million price. Yeah, it's going to be good, dude. Nothing going to happen but a dump on Volt. Do you really feel that? You feel that there's a dump coming, D's Aquatics? The bridge liquidity will be reduced by burning 44.85 trillion. Yep, I love 48 of 51 will complete the rest of ARs. All right. Dogelon is the ultimate moon rider. He got Dogelon. We got people in here. Dogelon Mars. Remind me of early SHIB haters. Oh, the saying that the saying that this right here is that what you're talking about? AK, nothing will happen. Volt's just another project with too many tokens. Didn't they you should have saw them before when they went to when they had their V1, because again remember Volt moved to a V2. So when they were at it when Volt was first launched, I mean, did they had like I can't remember how many it was, but then they went to the V2 to reduce their supply. That was probably one of the best things they did was move to that V2 to be able to get that supply down, because it was like a crazy amount. I can't remember how many Volt tokens I had at one point, dude. But before that merge, it was like, I don't even know. I just remember it was like so hard to even read in my wallet. And then it went over, and we converted through Everrise, converted it to V2 for Volt, and yeah, and I still hold those tokens. I still hold some of those tokens, yeah, from when I came over from the Everrise migration. Austin, I want to ask you, after the key to the city ends, how long will MMI wait to start listing properties in the marketplace? Good question, Cool. We haven't really announced exactly when it's going to happen. I know Doc said a couple weeks that we're going to have a marketplace up and running to do all this kind of stuff. We haven't really put timelines on there, just because, again, I mean, putting timelines out there and all that kind of stuff. But I the goal is to close down, the sale of the keys to the city, have everyone go over and be able to see what properties they got, and then have a discussion as to whether we want to put properties on the marketplace at all. And at this point, we don't know if we're going to actually even put properties on the marketplace. We might not even put any properties on there. So, yeah. But yeah, the crypto market is coming back down a little bit. Let's see where did Bitcoin fell. Man, yeah, it came down hot after Jerome Powell spoke. Damn, that like blew past the average. Holy shit. Where's let's see where okay, let's go back. Let me get out of this one. Leave. Let me go back to here. Yeah, okay, so it's coming back. Okay, it's coming back. XRP Austin, I think UFO gaming will have a run. You think it will? Let me close this out right here. Leave. Man, that's come down hot, dude. Holy crap. Bitcoin's like not playing around, dude. 22.85, dude, that came down heavy. I took my mana, put into Algorand, which will moon. Okay. You're worried about XRP? You think your XRP is gonna fall down? Illuvium could possibly be the granddaddy. I'm early bone hater. Now I'm regretting that. Yeah, no, I get you on that, man. Wait, huh? Yeah, we've had multiple discussions, dude, on multiple fronts. So, gaming is huge right now. CTO making $300,000 to $400,000 a year. Damn, dude, that's crazy. Hey, Austin, I was late, but what makes this upcoming burn announcement by Volt different? They claim it will delete zeros. It's causing crazy FOMO. It's not going to delete zeros, dude. I mean, I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not the one behind it. I just know when Terrarium did their massive burn, right? They literally burned like half their supply, if not more than half their supply. Like, remember when they burned their entire deployer wallet, which was like 50% of like everything that they had on there? It did nothing to the price, and this won't be anything different because they're not taking it out of circulating supply. They're just burning what's on the blockchain, so it's not coming out of circulating supply. So unless they did a true buyback and then they burn the token, I could see that price moving drastically upward, but I don't really know how it works. So we'll have to wait and see, man. Maybe it does do something. I don't know. This would be, they're burning a lot. So, I just caution everyone. That's all. Have Antis AI yet released public? I saw that they released something. What's going on? Can you list the current strategy for MAI, wallet completion date, metaverse release date, blockchain release date? Understand this would be an estimate. Yeah, so we're still trying to get the blockchain out by June of this year, right? The metaverse can be open back up for beta anytime we want. And then wallet completion, we have a pretty big update coming out, still going to be in beta, but we got the cold storage wallet up and going in there. Basically, the wallet is on the verge of being being able to be open and be used. There'll be more adaptations coming for it. And like I said, I'm excited to get over to South Korea so we can like really start to streamline all this. So the NFT will be burnt next week. The NFT will be burnt next week, Austin, for NMMI. Yeah, when we stop, we're definitely gonna release them. So it should be 30 trillion Volt tokens left. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that all plays out. I don't know how that works. You know what I mean? I don't know. We're gonna have to see how this plays out. Experience is number one, right? I mean, experiencing this and seeing what happens. Austin, could you give us an update on the? Yeah, I talked to the iOS yesterday, dude. Like Apple, we've even contacted their support. We've contacted them multiple times, and they're still doing their thing. They've been very, very hard on crypto, so crypto wallets too. And it's just where it's at. Big A says, "What's your take on Saitama, dude? Saitama's still growing, bro. I mean, like their Sata Realty is going nuts. They still have some stuff coming. I mean, I'm not buying into the token. I'll tell you that, but it doesn't mean that they're not doing good things. They're it sucks about that whole token getting launched on Sata Pro and rugging. That really sucks, But Volt is just eliminating tokens that should have never existed to begin with. The ignorant are buying into the news. Yeah, that's really what it is, right? They just had a massive supply that they're just burning away to try to keep the ones that aren't in circulation. I mean, yeah, that's really what it comes down to. And Terrarium did the same thing. What is up with the Pure Wallet? Hasn't been much talk about the wallet rather than the NFTs. Yeah, we've been just focusing on the NFTs while they continue to work on the wallet. You know what I mean? So it's just been one of those things. Yeah, the metaverse reminds me of GTA. Yeah, me too, AK. I like GTA, right? Grand Theft Auto is legit. I mean, it's all built sort of on it's not Unreal Engine 5. I can't remember the name of what Grand Theft Auto actually uses. So yeah, it's a little bit different. Awesome. I hope you'll extend it another day or so for the NFTs. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I mean, I talked to the team, and I think we're pretty pressed on the 14th. But I guess when the time comes, maybe something else will come of it. I don't know. Will the wallet have DeFi integration to buy on Uniswap, etc.? Yeah, that's one thing we're working towards. Easy money. We want this to be like just like any other wallet that we have out there, but also incorporate the cold storage. I mean, so just think of it like I want it to be in competition with a SafePal, where you can go on there and you can have dApps, and you can download dApps and all that. And then you could just basically buy or sell on there just like you would anything else, and then put it into a cold storage. Run a contract through it on stream. Would like to hear your thoughts. Put MMI. Run a contract through it on stream to hear your thoughts. To put MMI through it, give a better score and info than Token Sniffer. Just another tool to do. Oh, you're talking about for Advantis token. Is that what you're talking about? Made a nice 3x last night. Damn, dude. Killing it, Timsky. V1s and V2s are just weak-ass projects, just like penny stocks that reverse split, hype and dump. One can take money with timing. Damn, Triple D coming in hot. Some people are coming in hot on this. Even D's coming in hot. Just send some cash to Pablo. Oh, man. You guys are relentless today, dude. It's still better than Shinja, but great lessons of not what to do. True, and that's the one thing I think is important, you know what I mean, is that we've all learned from our past on these things, you know what I mean, in terms of burns and how they work, and you're not going to get what you think you're going to get out of it, you know what I mean? Like if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. And I'm not saying that, like, I'm just saying a burn like that is great, but it's not going to actually do anything to the price. And then I'm still, like I said, I'm still trying to figure out, and like I said, maybe I'll reach out to probably Rodney, maybe Rodney or Jake knows, like what the Polygon network's going to do, like what, because if you already have a bridge with Binance, like BNB, like what's Polygon going to do? I get getting it out there on other blockchains, but I'm still wondering, like, what does that do? SafePal is top tier. If PureWallet can eventually feel like that, it'll do well. Yeah, and you don't got to get top tier, right? I mean, you just got to get it to where people actually feel comfortable using it. So, do you still think Terrarium? I never thought Terrarium was dog shit. I just don't like the people. I just don't like the development team behind it. That's it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think they have a great idea of what they're doing. I've always said. I mean, it's the development teams. It's not it's not the project or the ideas. The ideas and the project could be fine, but it's the people behind it. Does anyone know why Ali went me? I don't. What are you saying, Alexander? I hope you get into XRP, real estate, and medical tokens. Do they even have such a thing? To be honest, Pulse Chain is the only guaranteed 1000x. I got to do Pulse Chain. It's just another bridge. That's it. But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why? I understand if you're a coin. Like, if you're a coin and you have a blockchain and you're trying to have your token traded on other blockchains, or your coin traded on other blockchains, and I sort of understand that, but I still sort of like, why? I guess maybe for volume of trading, volume of getting your token out there to increase volume and awareness. That's the only thing I could think of, when it comes to Volt. Like, Volt has done very, very well with their strategy of increasing volume, right? Increasing volume and spread across the blockchains. Because that's what it comes down to, is volume. I mean, at the end of this whole thing, ranking, when it comes to token ranking, when it comes to everything, it's all about volume. And if you don't got volume, you don't got exchanges, you don't got nothing. And so, I think that just Polygon opens up a door for maybe people to trade over there, or just, maybe create their reach as another, feather in the cap. But yeah, man, it's nothing negative. I think it's positive. I just don't know how it's gonna what's the whole reason behind just trying to create volume to move up in ranking. Yo, Liddy Markets, what's up, bro? Dude, I haven't seen Liddy in a minute, dude. What's up, dude? Hope all is back, man. What's up? Long time no talk. Yeah, dude, back in the space this time will be amazing. Keep the grind, eh? Dude, good to see you, man. Yeah, long time no talk, man. I hope all is well with you, dude. Yeah, go get a medical token to something with real estate was coming out. Oh, shit, I gotta look that up. What do you think about the huge projects that launched yesterday? Stables is doing millions in volume. Do you think how much these yield farming protocols? I don't think yield farming protocols are going to do well. Like, I mean, it's just another one of those things where it will come out, people will jump on it, and it will probably die out. Volt has 60K holders. Yeah, between Binance and Ethereum, yeah, they got a pretty good amount of holders, which is good. It's on BitTrue, but I can buy it, but I don't know if they're launching it or yeah. Okay. Husama has been retweeting about this. Is that a wallet or a contract, Kai? Yeah, yield farming I don't think it's sustainable either, dude. And I can't copy that, Kai. I can't copy that whatever the hell that is. Proppy is a real world estate token. Just started. Okay. Dude, Ryan. Is that the real Ryan Patrick? I got to see if that's a real Ryan Patrick. If it is, man, I hope all is well with you too, bro. Yeah. It's always nice to see you, man. I know you've taken sort of a little bit of a hiatus, dude. So, but I hope all is well. And it is the real Ryan Patrick. So, yeah, I appreciate you, man, for stopping by, dude. And it's good to see you, man. Hope all is well with you. Endeavor, Austin, is MMI a play to earn, or is a play to earn and play to earn? Play to earn. I think it's both, dude. I think we're going to do both, play and earn. So you're going to just be in the metaverse and you can earn. So, yeah. Cool and Chris, have you looked at what they claims they will eventually do? Oh, how do you feel about Kyrie going to the Mavs? I thought it's great for the Mavs. It's great for the Mavs if they can reel them in. Jake Gagan, what's up, bud? Great MMI space yesterday. Can't wait to do it again. Appreciate you, Jake, man. We got everyone coming in here today. Thanks so much for all your help, man. Appreciate you for all the support too. It's been great, man. Austin, do you know why Ali has tripled since I bought? I have no idea, dude. Yeah, what's up, Jake? Jake in the house. $1 million buyback and burn. See, like that will definitely help the price. Like $1 million buyback and burn will definitely increase the price, like 100%. If there's $1 million buyback and burn, that you could expect the price to increase at some point. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, I'll have to talk to him about it. It will depend how much launch on Poly. Maybe they launch with 100 million market cap and arbitrage their way to the top again, like on BNB. Oh, you're saying that could happen, yeah. Yeah, it does. It is looking solid, Ryan. It feels pretty good, dude. Why less than 100 likes with over 200 watching? Because I don't probably tell people to like my stuff. And when you come in, you forget to like people's stuff. But I appreciate that, Dranos. Yeah, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate you. I mean, you know what, Crypto Rich, the sucky part is like you only know what you know, right? You got these development teams that are telling you one thing. Like we don't like influencers don't know, unless they're of what they're told. You know what I mean? And that's the sucky part is. So I know people want to jump all over Ryan and say all the things that they said to him, but in all reality, I mean, he only knows what he's told, and if he believes in what he's told, I mean, that's not a negative thing. It's just what he believed, right? He was sold on it, and I mean, that's just. It sucks. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a sucky situation. I'm sure he probably doesn't feel good about it either. So it's like, I don't know. Should I sell Mutant? The crazy thing is that the people that were pumping Lily were the development team pumping Lily. Those wallets weren't really. I mean, there was retail investors that probably did lose some money in there for sure, but a lot of those were the development teams pumping that chart and pulling out on that chart. So the rewards you get in a metaverse is an MMI token coin, and it's a game token that converts back to MMI with a different ratio. I don't know how it's all going to work, Chief Kiwi, but I mean, yeah, that's pretty close to what we're trying to do, is to where you get rewards in the coin, and then it's going to be able to be converted back to whatever we want, like in-game value. So awesome. There's a token economy that I'm thinking about investing in that details natural gases. Okay, damn. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know if it matters, right? It's volume. It's about volume, Dranos. Everything's about volume. You know what I mean? So putting $1 million in there and having volume is just going to be able to increase the chances to get listed on top tier exchanges. Keep people buying in. So buys and sells don't really matter. You know what I mean? So yeah, people can buy in and dump. There's taxes, so they get money back in taxes. Like when you really start to think about it, there's no penalty for what happens, right? For a project, not just Volt, any project that does that. You know what I mean? There's no penalty for them to do that. So they could put in $1 million of their own money, and they could take out $1 million of their own money, and it's going to go. And if they sell it, buy and sell, all those taxes are going right back to them anyways. They'll lose out on gas prices. So maybe a couple $100 to put in $1 million. You know what I mean? So. And then they'll just buy and sell, and it increases the price of the actual token and the volume. And I mean. And that's just how the game's played. I mean, if you really think about it, that's really the game. And then you increase your volume, increase your price, and then you'll become other exchanges will start to see the volume that you're doing and everything that you got going on, and that's what you keep doing until you build and build and build, and eventually you get on these top tier exchanges, and then more people will become privy to your token. So that's how it goes, man. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how it is. I hope Ryan and others learn from it. Let the centralized exchange announce it first. I'm told what I'm told, what I am to do. Honestly, I don't run the project. I make decisions. It's true. I said this in a chat the other day, dude. Like, I know we get a bad rap. Like, influencers get a bad rap. We're not. A lot of us are not part of the development team. Like, we're not part of the dev. We don't make decisions. We're there to listen and take down what is said. And you want to support a project. And I think that like what Lily was doing is right. Like I liked what they were doing, right, helping kids. And I think that that's why Ryan was really a big part of it, was to like help the kids part of it and wanting that to continue. Like, I don't think that makes him a bad person. You know what I mean? And so people that were coming after him, I feel bad, dude, because. He only knows what he's told and talking about it. And there's some confidence, like a lot of us, we puff out our chest sometimes. Like I get nervous even, like I don't come out here puffing out my chest on MMAI, and I'm behind the scenes with them. You know what I mean? So heard people saying Matic is overpriced. No way Polygon is very popular for gaming NFTs, etc. Buying on the dip. Yeah, dude. I don't, and you know what the thing is, like, I don't think, like, that's the thing, like, when it came to Saitama, like, even me, dude, like, people got mad at me for talking about Saitama. I never trashed Saitama. I trashed Russ. Russ was the only person that I actually went in on. And he was the reason why it gave such a bad taste in Saitama. I didn't think the token was like a dead project. I didn't think it was shitty. I didn't think any of that kind of stuff. Like, I didn't say, like, I thought what they were doing was great. Like, I thought doing the Sata mask, having them come in there was like great business moves. Like, they lacked at, following through and like actually delivering and maybe pumping. And that was Russ, right? He'd come out and he would pump it up and then it would like fall short of everything that he would say. So that's where I was critical of that. And I think a lot of people, including Ryan, were critical of that. Mostly Russ. Like, I was critical of Russ. That was the only person I ever tweeted about, the only person I ever called out. It was never Saitama. And then it was all the little haters inside Saitama, like PR Torres and mostly PR Torres and Faltron every once in a blue moon and Anime. And those were really the three. Like, Shaka didn't even, really even course, like he sort of just didn't even like mention anything. But like, that's where it was in Saitama. It was just going after Russ for always coming out and like pumping and dumping, doing like pumpy dumpy stuff and promising things and not following through. Like, he's the one where like I felt like I wasn't trying to shit on the project. I was trying to shit on Russ for doing shitty things that made the project look bad. That's what it was. And I think the project, I said back, you can go watch a video, dude. I put out a video way back saying that I thought when they moved to a V2 that they were going to be just fine. And it's been proven that's what it was. They had to get out of that, the V1 that they were in. I mean, they were just screwed. So we all knew that. And then the V2, I was like, man, when they get to a V2, and people got mad at me for saying that. People actually hit me up in DMs and said that they were pissed that I even gave kudos to Saitama. But I look at them. They are coming up, man. I mean, they fell down hard and they're building back. And I mean, I don't know what to say. I've only held Russ accountable. That's it. I've only attacked him, and I think a lot of people have gone after just him in general. That's the only person I've ever gone after. I should have bought the floor. More than 2x would have been quick, easy money. Shame on Austin for not telling us. Oh my gosh. Feel sorry for who? Didn't you see his tweet doubling down after it was already obvious it was a scam? Crypto Dreams, Saitama earned all of the negative sentiment towards it. Yeah. Let's vote on this. Let's vote on this. Still promoted why, and then their logo on his Twitter banner. It's a shame because it makes me want to trust WagMe, see the logos. Yeah, and that's what it was. I mean, you were getting attacked, And that was mostly but it was fueled by Russ. That's what it was. It was fueled by that guy. That's what I said. I mean, he was sort of the issue that we all had. You know what I mean? And and I haven't been a part of it for a long time. Like, I think the project's doing just fine. Like, it's doing great things, and I think that a lot of the strings being pulled are not from Russ. I think that they're behind the scenes by whoever it is making the project survive. Russ is just the spokesperson for Saitama. He's not the one actually pulling the strings, and I think that that's become more and more obvious as this rolls out. Right? He's just sort of the front man for everything, the community and all that kind of stuff, but everything else is sort of behind the scenes when it comes to everyone else. So. True Saitama community was and is super toxic. Not a big fan. Yeah, that was the tough part. It was mostly just and I don't know if they still are. I don't know because PR Torres isn't there, Anime is not there, Faltron left. I don't even know what the other Shaka. I don't even know if he's a part of it or not. But I mean, like, everyone that was like making it toxic is gone. So I don't know. Maybe it's not as toxic anymore. I haven't even been in a space in who knows how long. So. Saitama, Lily, Terrain, Volt are all damn. Sinu coming in hot. Saitama, Lily, Terrain, Volt are all trash and scammers. They're all come from the same tree. Damn, dude. Did Volt come from Saitama? I don't think Volt came from. Did it come from Saitama? What if I could tap into the secondhand weapons and cars exchange for MMI? That'd be pretty cool. Russ, Elon, and Manny fueled it. Yeah. Let's see here. Awesome. H-Bar is a sleeping giant. Yeah, H-Bar is legit, dude. My Saitama State Realty bags are both up more than 2x. See, yeah. And it's okay. Like, other people like him, like Drano's, you know what I mean? Like, you like him. I think a lot of us got bad taste, just because it was like just over that vibe, right? It was mostly the vibe. And maybe he had some stuff going. I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know him on a personal level. So you just know what it was said. most positive community out there if you're not counting MMI. Yeah, I think we're a very positive community. I mean, we're not going to sit there and be upset over anything really. I mean, it's crypto. I think a lot of us that are mature investors inside MMAI, and I think that's just it's a perfect vibe. What time Powell speak to ruin the day? He already spoke, Maddie. This is the pump right here that you'll see. This is Jerome Powell speaking. This is during his speak, and then it's coming back. So no one knows who's really behind Volt. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, who knows? All these AI tokens pumping. Why isn't MMAI? It's frustrating. Well, because I think a lot of the there's a game, William. There's a game to be played when it comes to crypto. It really is. So he obviously won't. Only a few will make it. Loss on Saitama. Hopefully one day I'll break even. Would you buy Terrarium if Milton and Price left project? No. No. I don't trust Praveen either. Sorry. I mean, like, I wouldn't touch that project ever again. Ever. If you use Avantis AI, it shows the similar contracts the tokens was created from. Oh, really? Damn. That's pretty crazy, dude. So were you able to put that in there? Yeah, I think that's another thing too. Is we're not trying to really. I mean, we're trying to, or like it really is. MMI is really. I mean, I'm really trying to make sure it's an organic. This is like pure organic. Like this is no, tokens owned by devs. There's no pumping, dumping to it. I get that that's what people want out of it. Like it's so like I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, MMI has a game, dude. Marciliano. I can't say it. Crypto Night. Yeah, we have a game coming out in the metaverse, dude. It's pretty badass, man. I'm excited for it. No fake pumps here. Organic devs own no tokens and no pump of the charts. Yeah. Yeah, we're working towards that. You know what I mean? I think in time, like I said, people want this. We've only been out for 5 months, like, and then we're still, and it's in a bear market. Like people forget that it's this market's still down. There's still a lot of uncertainty and doubt in the markets. Like we still are working towards that. So, just gotta be careful. And we're trying to make sure we do everything right. We're going through our progression with the NFTs, with the wallet, and that our time will come, dude. And in that process, I think things will do just fine. So. I mean, look at our total liquidity, dude. Even when we hit our all time high here, we weren't even at like 1 point when we hit our all time high. Our total liquidity was like 1.3 million in terms of total liquidity when we hit our all time high. Through that growth, dude, we've grown literally almost $1.5 million since we launched, just in liquidity, dude. Through this growth, grown our holder counts have starting to climb back up 1.13. We have our, liquidity is looking good. Our market cap is sitting strong. And I think we have a really low market cap, which is going to just be fantastic when we do grow. What's up, Dondo? I haven't seen Dondo in a minute, dude. What's up, Dondo? Drano's hype is hype. A lie is a lie. That's true. I trust none of them. Yeah. Andrew Praveen is not to be trusted either. He's been caught lying as well. Yeah, it's just, I just stay clear of it, dude. MI is not a pump and dump. True. I tell him he lied to Milton, take money on payroll. Yeah. Well, they haven't sold yet, so that's a positive, dude. They haven't sold. So maybe there is some positivity. Austin, did you see Magic crack the top 100 on CMC? Is it really? Damn. It's a metaverse, which is its own ecosystem. Okay, God, that's cool, dude. Magic is legit. Chronos may be something to look into. All right. Yeah, I think there's some really positive things behind it. I mean, I think when it comes down to us, for us, is like, I mean, no one else has a tech team behind them like we do. I mean, unless you are blue chip, unless you're like Polygon, you're some of these other top tiers, Cardano. Even like Unification, all these other ones, like no one else is having these tech labs, behind them pushing out technology. None of these tokens. None of these tokens. You see my Magic token going crazy. I got to look that up. What's okay? Is it just Magic making true? Is the change we need in DeFi? Yeah. dude, it's gonna be, it's just built. We're building it differently. That's all, dude. Sorry on my third glass of wine. No, do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Looks promising. Crypto Rich, I've been telling Austin about Magic for a while. What's the ticker on Magic, bro? You have been telling me for like a while. Here, let's see if I can find Magic. Hold on. Magic 98. It's up to 201. Yeah, dude, you've been telling me for a while. Yeah, dude, look at you, man. Yeah, you're buying it back here in the twos. Yeah, you've like 10x your stuff, man. Yes, most devs I have projects. Mom's basement. Austin, yeah, it's Magic. Wow, that's fantastic, dude. MMI has so much utility. It's really not funny. More than a lot of projects. It's just been out 5 months. I know. I can't wait to see where we're at in a year. Do a real deep dive. Hours of research because there's a ton of information out there. Trust me, MMI is built different. It is, and I've been trying to run it different. And so I know people are not as like, people can go out there and put money into some of these and get that, that 100x, and which is great, right? And hey, do it. Go find those. You know what I mean? Go find those. Put your money in them and get that 100x. I've always said that my goal with MMI is to make this a slow, nice upward process. Because right now we're building floors here, right? I mean, you got to think back here, like we were at like maybe, let's just say we're at 2 million. No, we're actually less than 2 million in liquidity here. So this is like, 1.5 million in liquidity. Then we built it up and now it's at 2 million, and then it's at 2.5. And then our next level, we'll just keep building levels and we'll keep climbing, and eventually we'll be able to sustain, at an all-time high and keep moving the chart. And like, that's the goal, dude. Like that's been my goal from day one. I've been very transparent with like my tactic behind MMA. I never wanted it to be something like this, even though this was right out the gate. Like, obviously we launched pre-sell in a bear market, so it's just, I wanted to be different, right? We built out of a nice little hole here. We're above pre-sell, our pre-sell price at 3.1, above launch price at 3.5, and we're still sitting at 3.8 right now. So in time, this will come, dude. Right now, we had some sell-offs coming because people are buying into, and we have a nice little green wall, you know what I mean? And we had some sells because people, a lot of these wallets, some of these wallets were actually buying into the NFTs. And so, it's one of those times right now, but, I can see us doing just fine, man. Austin, drop one of those NFT giveaways on them today. No way, dude. No way. I can't give out that. I'm here every day, Austin. I just normally turn on. Oh, okay. It's good to see you, Dondo. I'm glad that you said something. Sanu, yeah. See ya, Kai. Yeah, Kai, take it easy, man. I'm out of here. Take it easy, man. Good. Go to sleep, dude. I know you're working tonight. Anyone know that Ruin is about? I don't know what that is. Yeah, he holds all the supply, every single bit of it, dude. MMI is my top 3 to 5 for gaming metaverses. Yeah, I think, and in time we'll grow. I mean, you got to think Gala and all these games and Axie Infinity, they've been out for years, dude. Years developing, and they're just now releasing games. So, like, you can't expect MMAI to just, like, be all of a sudden out and, like, on their level. And that's what people's expectations are, unfortunately. Is like, they're like, you're not Gala yet? Like, why? How are you not Gala yet? You're not Axie Infinity yet? Oh, my gosh. It's like, well, yeah, dude, we've only been out, 4 or 5 months. Like, let's take a deep breath. I'm here every day. That's good, dude. You'll look up somebody else's ticker, but not mine. Sad. I don't know your ticker, bro. You sending me a contract. I can't copy the contract, but you have to send me the ticker, like the actual like name of it, dude. And I'll look it up. Kai. I honestly don't know what the ticker was. Let's see here. Austin, drop one of those NFTs. A slow, steady rise is the best when you're looking. Well, it's just trying to build floors, right? Build the liquidity. Nice even floor, build the liquidity, nice even floor, build the liquidity, nice even floor. Unheard of on someone. Yeah, dude, no one can compete us. For our market cap to liquidity ratio, there's no one can compete with us. No token out there competes with us for market cap to liquidity ratio. Token, I said token, not coin. Austin, if we all vote for you to be mayor, will you? You got my vote? I don't know, man. That's a lot of work. Someone hold a cigar while I win an NFT Oz. So is Jerome going to crash the market? He's already spoke, Jan. He already did. He already came up and did his thing, but it's coming back. He did this. This was him talking. Whoop, and then right when he was done talking, whoop, and then now it's building itself back up. So, dude, I'll do a community meet and greet before we do any of that kind of stuff, dude. I don't want it to be just because we mooned. I want to do it just because, like, it would be cool. Total circulating splash is 10 billion. Wait until the start getting ate up. Yeah, and the thing is that it's a very clean contract, very very clean contract. Damn, True Money, that sucks. I hope you have better luck with the workers' comp. Did you get hurt, True Money? I just fractured my leg at the Walmart. Do you see us? Oh shit, dude. What's up, man? Did you slip and fall, dude? I guess you're sleeping in this morning when MMI was in the KuCoin space. Yeah, I was sleeping this morning, dude. I was sleeping, dude. When MMI moons, if you buy town, you'll be able to swap. I can be Jerome Powell of Pure World. Hey, what's good, Tom? What's going on, man? If I go home this summer, it's definitely taking you and the fam to dinner, Austin. If I go home, dude, that'd be cool, man. I'd be down. Always down with that. MMAI and the KuCoin, were they just like chill? Was it fan just chilling in a KuCoin space or something, or like? I don't think that we were in a KuCoin space. Will the payout of the workers' comp in crypto? That'd actually be pretty funny. They start paying you out in crypto. I'd be down with that, dude. I'd be down. So, it's so funny, dude. But if you guys don't remember, we are doing a $10,000 giveaway for the MMAI NFTs. So that's one big thing that we're doing here that we all felt, including Augie and Andrew, we felt that it was important to do a giveaway here. So let me go to MMAI here. We put out a tweet right here. It's a $10,000 giveaway. Right here, 10K giveaway. Sell ends February 14th, 2023. One entry per wallet. One winner will be drawn when 500 keys to the city are actually sold. So we'll do one wallet will actually win the 10K, and we'll go from there. So, right now we're sitting at roughly, I think it's 222. Yeah, so 222 sells so far. So we're almost halfway, a little under halfway there. And we still have, 7 days. So we'll see if we're able to pick up 275 more sells. And if we do, there'll be a $10,000 giveaway to any of the wallets that are on there. So 10 grand is wild. Yeah, I mean, I want someone to win it and, change their day, change their week, whatever it is. So what's the sentiment during the meeting? It was actually pretty good. It was pretty good. Austin, can you peg Luna Classic to $1 for me? Yeah, that would be nice, right? I went against your advice and bought it on a green candle. Only green candle I buy on is the DXY. It's working out real good so far. Okay. Damn, Tom coming in hot. Love it, dude. Yes, just say on news of 75K. It's been 2 weeks since I fucked up my knee and workers' comp's still investigating. That sucks, dude. What state are you out of again, WebTurb? Coming on this afternoon. Oh, I'm missing something. Did I miss something, Chief Kiwi? What are we talking about? What's coming on this afternoon? What did I miss? You said coming on this afternoon. 10 grand. 10 grand as well. Yeah, MMAI to limited trading time. Unfortunately, it sounds like he did it at a distribution warehouse. Damn. 10K giveaway is huge. Yeah, I think so. I mean, shit, that can change some folks' whole year depending on where they come from. That is true, man. I'm in Nevada. Okay. Well, Nevada has a state program, right? State workers' comp program. So, I know they got I could be as rich as Austin, although is that dollars? Never mind. Hey, dude. I mean, yeah, depending on where you're at, man. This can make your day. Glad I tuned in. Made 10K today. I'm out. Thank you, Austin. You demand. I'll continue to hodl in DCA. Down. Damn, crypto guru. Hell yeah. But it's pretty crazy right here. Look at the best offers, dude. So like right now we can't even sell. So we're waiting for the price to where you can actually start selling this. And look at the best offers coming in. You got to realize there's 2 NFTs in this process right now. 2 NFTs. So really, technically, each NFT is worth 0.225, and right now the best offer for one of them is 0.28. So you're even still above if you were just to sell one, because you're gonna get 2 NFTs, right? So pretty crazy how the best offers are going up in price. That's pretty funny to me. Austin, can you get me the exact amount MMI gave away so far, please? Yeah, I can ask Fan. I know she did it, but it's like over Dude, we've done like over 150,000. On top of that, we've done some other things, giving away NFTs, which are like $700 each. So unfortunately, a torn ACL, MCL doesn't heal on its own. I know, dude. Ooh. Can you please go over directions for the keys from SafePal wallet again? Yeah, dude. So all you got to do is just go into SafePal. The cool part is you go into SafePal and you go right at the bottom there. So go into SafePal, you'll go to the dApps where it says dApps at the bottom. It's the very middle one with the 4 squares. You click on that. And then up at the top, if you don't have it already, you could type in OpenSea. Just type in OpenSea inside the search dApp. And you'll have a little dApp that will pop up and it'll say OpenSea. You see it right there? It says OpenSea right there. So you click OpenSea and it will take you into OpenSea. And so at that point, up in the right-hand corner up here, it'll say right here, accept and sign. So you'll go through and you'll say, okay, I'll accept and sign. And then you'll say connect wallet. So you connect your wallet. You'll say, okay, and we type in my PIN for it. So now it says success. You can see right there, check your wallet for success. And then at that point, you just make sure that, you're good to go. So cancel that bad boy. And then, just make sure your wallet's connected. And right there, I'll say connect wallets, connect the right wallet. So you'll make sure you want to connect the right wallet. And you'll say wallet connect. And then your wallet will connect, dude. It's pretty simple to do. Very, very easy. Sorry, Austin, I was sending a message and come to this chat instead. Oh. I'll have to send you the exact. Crypto King just said last chance to become a millionaire. Oh, jeez. Oof. Hope you all make money and have a great one. You too, Crypto Guru. Hey, what's going on with the green lightning? The green lightning. I knew you'd get it. Imagine if MLI blows up and there are only 200 keys. Phew, that'd be crazy, right? All right, Crypto 12. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you, dude. Oz, did you watch that video that I tagged you in yesterday? I did watch that video. Yeah, I remember seeing that now. Now that you sent that, I remember seeing that now. So it has to be from SafePal mobile app and not desktop doesn't work. Crypto, the desktop SafePal does not work. If you do the desktop, I think that they only do Trust Wallet. Let's see. Actually, I could probably show you real quick. I think it's they can only do MetaMask or I think it's here. Let's actually look. Hold on a second. To be the year of significant decline in inflation. Yeah, so we'll see here. So if you go up here to Wallet, see they give you Coinbase, Wallet Connect, MetaMask. So if you click on Wallet Connect, let's go desktop. They only give you a couple versions here. So Crypto.com, they don't give you a whole lot. So like SafePal Wallet is not one of the desktop versions. So yeah, don't listen to anything with King in their name. Don't wait for the investigation to get treated. Hire a slip and fall attorney, and they'll send you a therapy. And yeah, it's true too. You can already move forward. If you have insurance and stuff like that, you could just move forward and get your stuff taken care of, WebTurp, and then you'll just bill back. I mean, obviously, you'll just go back and submit the workers' comp will take care of the bills. Damn, Jan, get it, man. I sold my my Trump NFT for $950. Wanted to oh my god, that's pretty good. $950. You bought it for what? Like 200? How much was it? The Crypto King is a clown. Yeah, if you have insurance, dude, like medical insurance, I would go take care of it and just back pay the all the everything. 99. That's what I would do. Yeah, you'll just tell them it's a workers' comp injury. Even like I go to Kaiser, and every time I walk in, they ask me if it's workers' comp injury, because then they'll send the bill to the workers' comp. Yeah, it'll actually get sent to the employer, and especially if you go in and you get treated and you say it's workers' comp, they'll just send the bill straight to the employer workers' comp side. So that's what I would do. Have any new thoughts on Clear Cryptos? I don't know anything about Clear Cryptos at all, dude. I don't even know what they're doing. Are people still using? I don't even know. Like, were they a trading platform, right, or something like that, like a DEX tools? So yeah, I don't even know if I know anything about it. 3871. But all right, guys, I'm gonna hop off here, dude. I think I'm gonna make some content today. I think I'm gonna push through and make some content today. So fingers crossed, Dot can break the 200. Okay. Damn, Seiko coming in hot. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Nice. Thanks, guys. That's done good advice. This is annoying. I'm starting to worry about permanent long-term damage. No, you won't have permanent long-term damage, dude. Someone will go in there and clear it out. It just sucks. You can't do anything, right? You're immobile. You got to take care of it. So if they're gonna tell you anyways, like, because like my sister hurt her knee, and she had to wait like 3 weeks for the swelling to go down before they did before they were able to do any surgery on it. So, like, it could take a couple weeks for the swelling to go down. If like your swelling's gone down, like it's prime time to get that. You could operate without an ACL and an MCL for quite some time. Rodney, dude, he had a torn ACL I think he said he had a torn ACL for a year. Rodney did before he had surgery. So you can live but it's you're gonna tweak your knee sometimes. You're not going to be able to be like fully able to do whatever you want to do. Like, I mean, you're damaged. I mean, it hurts. So, but I would definitely just go in. I mean, I have 2 claim numbers, one from my job and one from their insurance. Yeah. So just go see the doctor, man. He's still recovering too. No, he's back up to full strength now. He's been back into training right now too. Kickboxing, all that stuff. Yeah, dude, just take it. You have a right to be able to take your workers' comp to do whatever you want to do with it. As long as you stay inside your, like, hey man, like I want to push this forward. Just let the attorney know let the doctor's office know that this is for a workers' comp injury. Overall message is I think it's good news. OG Bitcoin. Basically he said that he expects 2023 to be a year of significant decline in inflation. So that's what you want to hear. So that was probably the biggest takeaway from his meeting. So we'll probably see a nice little reflection in the market. Starting to build back up this is when he spoke right here. You can see he started talking, the thing went up, there was a massive sell-off, and then now it's building back up. So good news. But with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for joining me in today. I really, really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a fantastic one. I think we're gonna have some MMA spaces later today. I don't know if we are or not. I'd have to look at my calendar of things to do. But with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic one. Talk to you guys later. Love you guys so much. Peace, everyone.